our CEO, Galen, had DM'd me one day kind of randomly and said, what do you think of a 4-day work week? Things got crazy, the pandemic hit, we sent everybody home. Fast forward a week or two into it, and you could just tell, like everybody, including us, was completely wiped. You'd come in on Monday and it wasn't like everyone was super energized and refreshed from the weekend. And so we were just watching our team and ourselves just feel really burnt out. We all talked about it, like a good time to maybe give it a whirl and see what would happen. Almost instantaneously, you could notice like a big change with how people started showing up on Monday. Like that extra day alone just did so much, I think, for everybody.
So with the pandemic and moving to working remotely, the team definitely appreciated being able to work from home and being more productive from not having the commute. But what we definitely found was that the days could be quite long, sitting at your computer all day. And so for the team and for us, honestly, we were finding that everyone was just really burnt out by the end of the week. And when folks were coming back in on Monday, people were just not refreshed, and it was affecting productivity actually. And so it felt clear to us that there was an opportunity actually to improve productivity by giving people some time back.
From there, we did it in increments where I don't remember the exact timelines, but it was like, okay, we're going to do it through June. And so we'd get towards June and we'd all talk about it again. And it's like, this is going really well. Let's keep going, And so then we pushed it to Labor Day. And then you get to Labor Day and it's like, this is amazing. How could we go back? Like, we pushed it to the end of the year. And at the end of 2020 is when we finally were like, okay, this is permanent. Like we're putting this in place as like a company policy. I think we were all at the leadership level tired of having to keep revisiting it because every time the conversation was the same, which is like, this is great and amazing. And we should keep going.
If you implement something as a two-way door and you know that you can go back if you need to, the ability to learn as you go is invaluable. And I think really the only way to know. I think you could spend 6 months, a year doing all the research on productivity and 4-day work weeks and 5-day work weeks and this way and that way at it, but you're never really going to know unless you try. And so I think for us, we're just really big advocates for trying.
So the way we implemented the 4-day work week was Fridays off, Monday through Thursday. And of course, some people have jobs where that doesn't work. Everyone's job, role is a bit different. And so someone, for example, who's monitoring social media and has to be responsive, on a regular basis, can't necessarily adhere to that specific schedule. And so I think what was most important for the team is that they understood our intent and that we could be flexible with people's roles to basically deliver on the same concept for them, but just flex it for different roles as we needed to.
I think what's interesting about our company in particular is we have pretty hard deadlines. We're a seasonal company, we have like seasonal launches, we have deadlines with overseas partners, it's like we have to get stuff to the warehouse on time, it has to ship on time, we have pretty stringent things, and those didn't change, right? That didn't change because of this new schedule. And so it was pretty easy to know if we were still being productive, right? Because it's like, did we do what we needed to do and get it all done? And the answer was like, absolutely yes.
The pandemic has been so challenging, but it's also, of course, given us an opportunity to rethink things and to challenge the conventional idea that, we have to work a certain way. And so, throughout the pandemic, people will ask, when are you going back? And I think for us, there's not really a going back. We did not cut back on our goals, our ambitions for the year. So there was no sacrifice. It was still about getting the work done. It was just about believing that people could be very productive in a 4-day week, and that having 3 days off, having that extra day, would position us actually to be in even a better way to achieve our goals.
A few lessons for us along the way with the 4-day work week. I think one was that the first inclination was to try to fit all of those meetings that we used to have in 5 days into 4 days. And so we realized that we also needed to protect time during those 4 days so that we weren't back to back. So we implemented a free lunch hour, 12 to 1, and no meetings after 5 o'clock.
In particular, the response from new hires is that it seems too good to be true. They can't believe that we actually do it. And it certainly is appealing to everyone who is looking to find the right balance. The team loves it. They've come up with all kinds of names for Thursdays, from Friday Junior to Thriday. And I think just feels like now it's a very unique benefit that the company offers that's hard to find.
Invest in you. Ready, set, grow. CNBC and Acorns.